Here it is. This was my main focus for at least a couple years. I converted this house from a 1-bedroom house upstairs, which has remained, to now a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath downstairs, and a 1-bed, 1-bath kind of luxury ADU in the back. Hardscapes, digging up every square inch of the property other than this driveway, trenching, utilities, retaining walls. It has been a wild ride, and I've learned a lot about myself and about ADUs and just about building. Let's go inside. If you've been following this project, you'll notice this place looks much different. We did a little awning over this guy, added a little curb appeal, and also just protects the door, from rain hitting the side of the building and just come down. That's an expensive fix, so it's kind of a nice little thing that we added on. Some outside lights. Let's check it out. So this is brand new, 2-bed, 1.5 bath. Did a level 4 drywall finish, which is just kind of like a minor imperfection finish. You might be able to see some of that, but it's very smooth. Innovation Drywall did this, and they offer a level 5, which is like a perfectly smooth finish. This is the living room, and we've got a 12,000 BTU air handler in here. I ended up putting the panel in here. I wanted to put it in the closet, but NEMA has a lot of kind of restrictions about restricted areas and having access to panels and stuff. So this was just like an easier spot. Everything turned out great with that. One of the things that you'll see in California is these combination breakers. Like this is an arc fault breaker, this is a ground fault, and then this is dual function. Put those guys on. I've got fire rated canless LEDs everywhere. Those things are some serious time savers and pretty affordable, but because of the double drywall and the fire rating in the ceiling, what traditionally you had to do is put like insulation hats around every single light, ton of extra work. This one, we just left whips up there, threw the drywall on, and then after primer, we went and drilled holes for the lights where we had them marked out and threw those things in there. Kitchen, and then little secret office. This is my absolute favorite little part of this design, but you got a lot of families, one or maybe both people work from home, or you just need a little spot to get away from your kids or your husband or wife or whatever. Got this nice big pocket door in here. And you've got a little office. This is a media center. I put this in all my new builds, or some flavor of this. But basically what this is it's a little place to hold your wireless router and modem. And so, everywhere I've lived and where I currently live, there's just, a hole where the high school kid decided to drill in the side of your house. And then you've got just like a rat's nest of modems and wires and things. And this just eliminates that. And if you think about it in advance, it may only be like an extra $150 for some coax line and an outlet and the media center itself. So that has two 120 volt outlets in it. And then I also ran some Cat 6. So you could also have the option of hardwiring your internet. But it's a sweet little office. I know the tenants are moving in later today, and I know she's really excited about this office because she works from home. So it was a good design, in my opinion. Kitchen's pretty straightforward. I like to use IKEA. It's I say it's 90% of the quality of just kind of standard custom cabinets, but half the cost, if that. Some assembly required, so you're definitely going to be spending a few days installing these things, or depending on how many guys or how well trained you are, maybe a day. But they're super nice. They use bloom hinges, and they're all soft close. So really premium feel, and they look incredible. They do use particle board for the sides and bottoms of the structure of the cabinet, but it's got a really thick like melamine coating on it. So you're really only gonna have a problem if these things are like sitting in standing water, which, you know, hopefully that's not gonna be happening. And a lot of prefab custom cabinets use MDF as well anyways, so not a huge problem. This is Home Depot, like it's basically free to use this tile. I really like it. It's Dowel tile, porcelain, and then I use the Mapei Ultra Color Plus FA grout, which is like a rapid set grout, and you don't have to seal it. It's an incredible product. I absolutely love that stuff. It's really kind of a pain to work with, but anyways, it's great result. This is a LG induction range and oven, and these are, from my research, getting a little bit more affordable. This one I spent, I think, $1,100 on from Home Depot. I got all my appliances from Home Depot. They got delivered in one day, and I was able, actually, I was running late a little bit on schedule, and I was able to bump it out a little bit. And so that was a really good experience getting it delivered from Home Depot. Another LG dishwasher here. It's got kind of the hidden controls and kind of a nice clean look. IKEA cabinet. And then we got Kohler fixture with a Kraus stainless steel undermount sink. I really like the Kraus sinks. They're really cool. They don't have like a hollow feel. They put this insulation that they stick onto these guys, which makes it feel really solid. And they use like a true, like whatever the standard is for high quality sinks, like 16 gauge or 12 gauge, whatever it is. I can't remember, but it's the right thickness. If you get a cheapo one, they might, you know, they might be rounding up a little bit in China to the next decimal point when they're claiming whatever their steel thickness is. So kitchen, office, living room, and then you go down the hallway, you've got laundry room off to the left, got another pocket door, and this is a GE all-in-one. I've run a couple loads through it and really impressed so far. And the cool thing about the all-in-one is it leaves, you know, vertical area for storage, especially in a build where you're trying to maximize space. So I would have got an IKEA cabinet for up here, but I was planning on doing a stacked. I really like LG. I took kind of a gamble on the GE all-in-one, but you know, we'll see how it works out. I got a 5-year warranty on it, so I'll report back. But the pocket door turned out super clean. This was a lot easier to install than a stacked unit. This is a ventless unit, so it's a condensing dryer, and the LG one is as well. I was only doing ventless in this build, so they make a stacked one. Anyways, happy with that. And then immediately behind me is the powder room. This is also did IKEA vanity and mirror. Love the details in the IKEA stuff. It's just, they think about things, and it's affordable. It came in the same day as all my cabinets, so it's just like, it's a no-brainer. It's like you get in the mode of building those things. You build the vanities, build the mirrors, build the cabinets. Like, it's awesome. I did, however, use Moen fixtures. I really like their fixtures as well, and so I didn't do the IKEA fixtures. Off to the left, we have the master. We have bedroom 2, and then the master bathroom. So from a design philosophy standpoint, I really wanted to minimize the hallway. So, I mean, if you look at this hallway, it's pretty much just doors, which is very efficient if you think about it. The hallway is minimized. It's just basically an access point to other rooms. You got a lot of big, long hallways in your space, like, well, congratulations, you have like a really nice big baller house, or maybe you haven't used your spaces efficiently. And you know, just different strokes, different goals for different folks. This was originally a like 1,000 square foot garage. So there was a beam that went through the whole thing. So another thing that I did was I was able to stack that beam over the door headers. And so the only place you see it is in here. And honestly, I think it's kind of a nice breakup between the living room and the kitchen. So it looks pretty cool, especially with the level 4 finish. It's like really nice finish. Kind of highlights that we use good paint, we use good drywall installers and finishers, and yeah, it looks good. So since I guess we just did the other bathroom, let's check this bathroom out. Same vanity. And again, IKEA, they really think about stuff. Like they'll give you kits so that you can divert the drain to the back. And so there's a ton of storage for people, which is really nice, especially this is kind of a standard bathroom, 5x8, I believe. I may have gone a few inches extra. Again, the IKEA vanity, it clicks open and it's got storage. Really awesome. I went with the Kohler, I think they call it like an all-in-one toilet. Like it comes with a wax ring, comes with all this stuff. Honestly, this guy's got a pretty beast flush. I was pretty happy. Been kind of a Toto Drake guy, so coming from the Toto, I was, biting my nails, let's just say, to flush this thing for the first time. But, it's not a Drake, but it's definitely good enough, and it's half the price. I have to make some concessions when I'm building this stuff, and that was one, and it was a good call. One concession I don't make is bathtubs. This is a fiberglass bathtub, and I will not ever, even if a customer wanted me to, go to Home Depot and get their Crystal Geyser or whatever bathtub and install it, especially behind like custom tile or whatever. If there's a little thin spot in your fiberglass, any manufacturing issues, and you don't catch it, you're tearing tile out, tearing drywall out, adding weeks to the project, unhappy customer. I don't play around with tubs. So this is a Kohler name brand tub, good build quality on this guy, super solid. It's got the like kind of anti-slip on the bottom, and then dowel tile again. This stuff, I basically get paid to install this to use this material. It's so inexpensive. It's a porcelain tile. It looks incredible. That's kind of my trademark, is the stacked 6x6 in the shower. I think it looks really geometric and cool. It's a little harder to hide sins with your layout, so you got to kind of take your time, but it's the end result is really incredible. We had this little bump out is for that beam. That was a fireproofing detail. We had to do double layer on the beam because it was a fire rated assembly, but the partition wall under the beam was not, and the bathroom was just big enough for the tub, so I just did a little detail. Honestly, I think it looks kind of nice. No big deal. So let's go check out the master. So off to the left here, we got the master. We got our second air handler in here. Those are 7Ks. This, new insulation. This thing's super efficient. So that thing just kind of like idles to get it to temperature in here. It's incredible how quickly this place gets up to whatever temperature you set it at. I was able to put a walk-in closet in this guy. So pretty cool. It's a decent sized bedroom. I think it's 12.5 by 12.5, something like that, 13 by 13. Got the walk-in closet, which is super nice. Put some couple of lights in there. Even threw an outlet in there if you got like, I don't know, massage guns or something you want to charge. Kind of cool little feature. This is the door. This thing qualified me for like the visible light that you need inside a bedroom. And I didn't have to put a window in, which was kind of cool because I already had the door, which obviously was hammered, needed to be replaced. And this wall is like full of plumbing, so couldn't put a window in there. And yeah, this one got me where I wanted to be. This is a 7K, again, just basically idles to keep this place to temperature. Little sliding closet door. Still got a couple things we got to finish. We're gonna come back in a week. Little trim piece we got to put on, but this is a Johnson closet slider that I bought directly from their website, and I don't even know. I mean, I think it was under $100, and these things have ball bearings in them, so they slide super nicely. I think every rental I've ever been in, these things just immediately fall off. So those are gonna last a long time. Nice little touch just from a user experience. And there's our air handler. Those things are expensive, and you wanna make sure that your copper lines are not kinked or bent or anything. So that's 3 total. Another little shot of the bathroom. Back down the hallway there. Let's go check out kind of the back, and I can show you guys this. This is the second ADU on the property. So we just had a little event last night. What's up, Pete? Had some people over, kind of had an open house with the place, and out in this back area. So this was the first ADU. This was the one that kind of changed the direction of my life, I guess I could say. I built this thing after work. I would come out here and set a couple roof rafters or whatever it was, and I was working full time, and that thing moved along at the speed of pain pretty much, but eventually got it all done, and that's been rented out for about a year now. And our tenant coincidentally moved out yesterday, so I was able to clean this place up, do a little spit shine on it, and the new tenants are moving in today in the other unit, and we threw a little open house party last night. It was super cool. So this is a 550 square foot, just got everything you need. I was gonna live here. That hasn't ended up happening. So I really kind of overthought everything. This is my first ADU. Plans changed a little bit, but the shed roof is super cool because you've got just a really nice big open feel in here. I love the light that comes in the mornings, and it's just it's a really nice space. Did the same kind of thing with the lights in here, although this was not a fire rated assembly, so we didn't need to get the special rated versions. This one's got some cool stuff. It's got under cabinet lighting. I did concrete countertops. I've always wanted to do these. I made these back when that used to be a garage over there. Made them in the garage, but they're super cool. I got this really nice food safe sealer, and it's honestly held up really well. But I just love how you can just see the aggregate and cool stuff in the countertop. Super, super cool. Got a gas range in here. I like cooking with gas, but apparently induction's really cool, and I wanted to stay on electric over there, so we did induction. But same sink, brand name, Fixtures. This is a little mini ADA compliant dishwasher. Honestly, the thing rips. It's pretty nice. But much smaller space, 550 square foot, but still, you know, again, there's not a bunch of long hallways and things. Got a counter depth fridge. That thing's really nice because it's really accessible. It has a decent amount of storage, but doesn't like stick out into your living room. So that was a real good call. Same backsplash tile. I did like the little Schluter Curdy edges on this one. Samsung range hood. Looking back, I may have done a microwave. I don't really use microwave at my place, but a lot of people really love them, and I get a little worried about the concrete countertops and scratching it up and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I should have put a microwave up there. But yeah, I just love this space. It's so cool. I love the sloped roofs. You know, this was my first baby. This is a mini LG stacked washer and dryer, and this thing's held up great. I got really good feedback from our tenant that was here like about 9 months. And again, a little IKEA cabinet up above for some storage. This thing is, I used this for a little bit. I Airbnb'd this place for a little bit, and so I turned this unit over quite a few times, scrubbed a lot of toilets and bathtubs, and great unit, really good quality. IKEA vanity again. This is a cheapo Amazon mirror. It still works, so I can't complain about that. And then my favorite thing of all time here is this. I got this cool green tile. Found this stuff online, and I installed all this tile. This was like my first tile job, and I spent 2 weeks probably standing right there in that bathtub. It was a character building experience, but I mean, it's just, this space is incredible. I'm probably gonna come in here later today and just take a bath because it's just so cool with the awning window. Turn the lights off, just relax. This is a Kohler _ soaking tub, so this thing is like really deep. Super cool modern look. It's twice the price of the other tub that I put in. Again, like same quality, it's just a different geometry, so I didn't spring for this one in the other unit, but I got it in here, and it's nice. This is a Toto Drake. This thing rips. It's got, it like swirls out of those little jets. But yeah, I don't know. I love this tile. I think it's incredible. Just absolutely gorgeous tile. It's like different colors and different lights too. So, so anyways, that's that bathroom. The awning window though, just incredible. And then here's the bedroom. It's not huge. You could definitely fit a king bed in here, but queen fits a little more nicely. Fit a little standing desk. TV mounted on the wall. Nice big kind of Clerestory window up there. Lets in a lot of beautiful natural light, and yeah, it just with the high ceilings, like it feels so spacious in here. Got an air handler tucked away up there. Just beautiful natural light in this space. Hope the camera is doing it some justice, but really, really nice little spot. And I've always loved concrete floors, so I think it was like after framing, we had them come in and polish this. And this is polished like a cut with a clear coat. You can do full polish, but that requires like waxing, and there's basically no clear coat on it, and a lot more maintenance. If someone spills wine or grease, it's pretty much there forever. So I went with the clear coat. The clear coat is a real pain because it reacts with blue tape. And if anyone who's in the building trades knows that you got to put blue tape on the floor like a million times when you're masking off for paint and stuff. So that was a challenge, but all in all, it turned out really good. And yeah, that's the double ADU. So a couple other things I want to talk about is utilities and like mechanical stuff. So California, there's a lot of expensive regulations on like the types of, air conditioning and heating and whatnot. So, and this is my property, so my main focus is reliability over a long time. So I really like Rinnai water heaters. The Japanese mini splits are the way to go. This is a Daikin, but like Mitsubishi, Fujitsu, that kind of thing, they're not cheap. So what I like to do is, this is the north side of the house. This never gets direct sunlight, and it's protected under the eave. So I stacked all my mechanical stuff along this wall, and this thing's been ripping for, I don't know, a year and a half now, and it doesn't really get rained on, it doesn't get much wind, it's very protected and out of the way. So when you're designing your ADU, definitely think about where you're going to put this stuff. Is it going to get hammered by the elements all day? Is it on a side where you get a lot of wind and rain and that sort of thing? I was also able to, for the downstairs unit, put the condenser out here for the mini split system. This one's bigger. This is a little product from Pro Stands. If you do HVAC and install mini splits, you'll probably think this is cool. I certainly do. Super high quality stand, doesn't shake or vibrate, and if some guy comes through with a pressure washer, that would normally just mow down your condenser, it's set up off the ground. I just am in love with that stand. So this is all protected. I put this sheet metal under the stairs, so if people are hosing off the stairs or whatever, I just run down the sheet metal. It's like powder coated roofing material, so that should hold up for a while. And that little guy's safe and sound under here. I was not able to put the tankless on this side. It just didn't make sense. So I have this on the south facing wall. This gets a lot of sunlight over here, but just kind of got to break some eggs, but this is triple stack meter, 3 gas meters, and then the tankless for the upstairs and the downstairs. Also added some flow meters, which is nice. So one of the tenants can come out here and read it once a month, and will send me the readings, and then I can do the math on the water. So I actually have to pay the water bill every month on this unit, but that's the only one. Everybody handles their internet, electric, gas, and trash. So yeah, these little Rinnai units just cook. Love these things. Super nice quality. Mechanical stuff turned out pretty clean. Try to make it look nice. I was pretty blown away with the meters too. I thought it was going to be, I had no idea how much it was going to be to add 2 meters, but SoCal Gas is like really easy to work with, and it was like $1,000 to add 2 meters, get this manifold hooked up. The guys are super cool, absolutely love them. Some of the guys are cool on PG&E, takes forever, they might not even do it. Good luck. And those are my little bathroom fans. Those are have solid ducting all the way, none of the flexible crap, and they just go through a single floor joist bay all the way out the side, so no bends or anything. But there's the double ADU tour, and let me know if you have any questions about how I did it. I'm gonna be posting a video on costs, kind of some financing philosophy, kind of how I did this financially. And if anyone's interested or has any questions, just drop in the comments and let me know what you're interested in hearing about. So thanks for watching.